Okay, but can we talk about why we care so much about the way we look? So I started looking into it, and it's not just insecurity. The first thing is that we think being perceived equals survival. Humans are wired to care about how we are seen. Social belonging used to mean safety. Your brain still thinks being liked keeps you alive. The second reason is that capitalism profits from insecurity. Beauty industries need dissatisfaction to exist. Trends change fast, so you never arrive. The goal is not beauty. The goal is never feeling finished. The third thing is that social media turned us into objects. We see ourselves as images, not bodies. Constant self-surveillance. We're not living, we're watching ourselves live. The fourth reason is that we crave control in this chaotic world. Appearance is something you can fix, especially when life feels uncertain. When everything feels out of control, your body becomes a project. The fifth reason is that we identify looking good with being valuable. Somewhere along the way, worth became visual. So, if you're curious about why do we do this and how to break over the cycle of caring that much about your appearance, you've come to the right place, because here we search for things we don't know yet, I guess. Yeah, let's start with this. Okay, so first things first, there's a term that I found in a lot of articles and things that while I was searching for this. And the term is self-objectification is when a person views and treats themselves as a physical object, focusing on their appearance, what it looks like, rather than their internal qualities, feelings, and abilities. This process, often stemming from societal pressure to meet beauty standards, leads to constant body surveillance, monitoring their looks, body shame, anxiety, and can negatively impact mental health, increasing risks for depression, disordered eating, and reduced cognitive function. So I think this is something that we do a lot more now because we're surrounded by like every goddamn camera, mirror, whatever. We can see ourselves everywhere, and this didn't happen before. So now we can just like take our phone out of our pockets and be like, oh, do I look good? I constantly do that. Constantly. Every part of my day. I check if I'm okay, if I'm alright. And I don't know, I feel like social media and a lot of these things that we use to compare ourselves to other people made us feel like an object more. So I think this is the main reason why we're so caught up in it, is because we see ourselves as objects, as a product, as a project, as a Barbie doll, almost like, not a Barbie doll. What are those toys where you can, oh, Mr. Potato Head, like we can construct ourselves from the beginning, I guess. Now I searched for how to stop caring so much about appearance. I need that. Okay, there's a Reddit post, but I don't want a Reddit post. Quora, The Guardian. What is this? I spent a stupid amount of time thinking about my... Okay, let's go to NBC News. I decided to stop caring about how I looked. As a woman, we're constantly editing our life experiences in order to live up to self-improved standards. Here's how to change that. Who is this person who is telling us this? I don't know, but I trust her. It is Rooney Koenig. Okay, for women to overcome their conditioning, they need to first be aware of it and then be daring to break free of it. Once they realize that they have been living their lives tethered to impossible and external standards of infallibility, they can extricate from them, realize their insidious enslavishment to them, and begin to cultivate the courage to transcend these patterns. And so basically she's saying, like, you need to first be aware that by societal pressure and a lot of this, you tend to be more obsessed with your looks. But then you need to be daring enough to stop caring and do some practices and things in your daily life to actually not care. Okay, basically, the whole article is just saying that she started doing things even though she was scared of how she was being perceived while doing them, like Zumba classes or eating in a certain way. And she just started doing that. Practicing not caring is the best solution. Let's see a little bit of AI. So to stop caring too much about appearance, shift focus from external validation to inner growth. Cultivate self-appearance self-acceptance, oh my god, by embracing healthy habits and positive people, and challenge societal beauty standards by diversing your media and valuing character over looks. Ultimately, using strategic self-care as a tool, not a master. Basically, you need to start caring more about your inner life, your inner self, than your outer self. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, focus on inner qualities. Cultivate wisdom, humor, and kindness. These grow with age, unlike collagen. Challenge beauty centers. Recognize that media often promotes unrealistic ideas, and beauty industry profits from insecurity. So yeah, be aware of that. And shift your value. Base your self-worth on your actions, contributions, and not character, not your physical form, which will inevitably change. Yeah. And I think it's just also saying here to adjust your habits and spend less time online, things like that, and reframe your relationship with your body. Like, not just look at it as a beautiful body. I mean, you can think that you're beautiful, but think of it as a way of helping you live, I guess, more, and less of an object. So yeah, this was basically it. If you want a deeper search next time about more of the psychology behind why we do that and the history, I would like to do that. This was just a short little video because I was curious to know what we can do about it. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave comments, leave everything. Give me your opinions about this topic, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.